There we go. All right, adjusting where we're at here. Welcome to our Subway Series 2.0. Um, it's June 28th, 2009. Yanks at Mets City Field has just been constructed and is looking new and shiny. And we're going to get started here. It's going to be Livan Hernandez, ex-Florida Marlin, and against Ching-Ming Wang. And we have a Ching-Ming Wang card online, so we're going to be looking at the computer screen when he comes up to bat. But he's a deep pitcher. They're both actually deep pitchers, and Livan is a two fielding, and Wang is a one fielding. And we're going to get started. We're going to get our trusty little Appa Cup. Here goes. And I can go over quickly the lineups, give people a little chance to say hello if they get a chance. Shortstop 9. Jeter. Swisher, batting second, playing right field. Teixeira, first baseman. Top fielding first baseman. Batting third. Batting fourth is A-Rod, third baseman. Cano, playing second base and batting fifth. Posada, batting sixth, the catcher. Batting seventh is Milkman. Cabrera, he's in the outfield and left field. Gardner, the center fielder, is batting eighth. And then batting ninth, we don't have his card. It's on the computer screen. It's Ching-Ming Wang. We're going to get started. Here goes. First pitch is a ground out to shortstop. One away. '41 again. That's another ground out to short. At short is Joey Cora. I'm pretty sure it's Alex Cora. Here's Teixeira now. We're in the top of the first inning, 52-27. It's a ground ball to third. Murphy, right, playing third for the third out. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. Subway Series here in the Big Apple. It's going to be Danny Murphy leading it off, and we'll do the Mets lineup. Danny Murphy playing first base, leading it off. Alex Cora playing shortstop. David Wright playing third base, batting third. Batting fourth is Sheffield playing right field. Not much of a fielder. Tatis is I have him in left field, and he's a 2 left fielder, which isn't too shabby. So let's write that in. Writing in the numbers, I hadn't done that. Tatis is a 2 out there. Martinez is a 2, made him into a 2. We actually made this card up. I don't have the XBs, so emergency to be able to play this. 8, Schneider, catcher, pretty decent. Castillo is a 7. He's an average second baseman. And then it's Livan Hernandez, a D pitcher. And he's a D. And that's going to be the lineup for the Mets. And here goes. That's a 15. It was a 15. And I'm going to keep that at 8. That's going to be a single for Murphy. So Murph is on at first base. A 52, that's a ground ball to third base. And got a little booklet, a lot of pages to turn. Nothing I hate more than that. A 27 is going to be a ground ball to third. And it's going to A-Rod a 4. Something just went flying. I don't know what that was. A-Rod is a 4. And so that means we're looking at fielding column 2, and that's going to be a fielder's choice, a 5 to 4. So it's a fielder's choice. Cora is on a fielder's choice, and that's out number 1. It's a 53, 19. That's going to be hit to third base. A 19 is going to be a single under A-Rod's glove, and the runner's going to stop at second base, single to left. So runners on first and second, only one out. And it's Gary Sheffield. It's going to be a 27, another ball hit to third base, this time with runners on first and second. It may end up being a double play, I'm not sure here. So the ball hit to third, and it's going to be across to the second baseman, Cano. Cano back to first to share with the scoop. 5-4-3 double play. And the Mets get 2 hits, but no runs. And we go to the top of the second, no score. It's going to be Alex Rodriguez, 56. That's a base on balls, so Rodriguez walks. Cano next. 43, that's a 29. Runner on first, 29. And that's going to be a grounder back to the pitcher. He turns around, goes to short. Cora back to first, not in time, so it's going to be a fielder's choice. Cano hits into a fielder's choice, a 1-6. So it's out number 1, and Cano's on at first. Jorge Posada. Posada batted .285, hit 22 home runs. That's a 13, that's a strikeout. Out number 2 now. Melky Cabrera, that's a 46, and that's going to be 5, around first, a 12 is a 6-4. 6-4 fielder's choice, force out number 3, and no runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the second. The Mets coming to bat. They're going to bring up Tatis, Martinez, and Schneider. Fernando Tatis. Here's the pitch. 52 is a 27. That's a ground ball hit at Rodriguez. Rodriguez across the diamond. 1 away. Martinez now. We got the homebrew card for Fernando Martinez. He only had 91 at bats. And that's going to be hit into the gap. And that's going to roll to the wall. And Martinez is going to slide into second base. The throw not in time. So a double for the 190 or 170 hitting Martinez, Fernando Martinez. He plays about a month with the Mets. He's a left-handed batter. Next is going to be Schneider, a 56. And that's a pop-up to the shortstop. 2 away. We're going to mark that a 2. And here's Luis Castillo. 35, that's a base on balls, and the Hernandez, the pitcher's up next with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, and that's a 35, that's a strikeout. So out number 3, strikeout number 1, and it's 1 hit, no runs. We go to top of the third. Going to be Gardner. Gardner leading it off for the Yankees. He stole 26 bases. Had a very good percentage-wise stealing. In other words, he'd get a lot of steals and wouldn't get caught very often. It's a single. I put him at second base, but he hit a single. And now we're going to bunt with the pitcher. So I got to get the book for that. Towards the end of the book, sacrifice bunt with a runner on first. And let me see. Okay, let's roll for a bunt. And some 66, and that's going to be an 8. So that's going to be a successful bunt, 1-4. A pitcher, sacrifice, 1-4, 1 away. And now Gardner's on at second base, and it's Derek Jeter. Here's the pitch from Livan Hernandez. And just double checking, Livan Hernandez. And it's a 22, and that's a line drive base hit. Gardner going to come around to score easily, and Jeter, frozen rope to center, gets him an RBI single with one out here in the top of the third. Gives the Yanks a 1-0 lead. Swisher, 25, and that's a single. Jeter's going to stop at second, runners on first and second. I call him Steve Swisher all the time. His name is Nick Swisher. His father was Steve Swisher, catcher for the Cubs. And it's Teixeira. That's a 61. That's a 42. That's a hit by pitch. Bases loaded now. So Levon is losing it a little bit here. First and second. And first and second, 8:42 is a hit by pitch, filling the bases. So bases loaded. Infield's going to be playing back at this point, early in the game. I try to minimize my infield in. A little bit of annoying to me. And that's a 21. That's a strikeout. So Levon bears down and gets the second out number 2, and that's his second strikeout of the game. He strikes out Rodriguez, a dangerous hitter, especially with the bases loaded. And now it's Robbie Cano, Smooth Robbie. I call him the smooth operator. One of the most beautiful swings, left-handed swings I've seen. Was batting around 360, and I think it was 2006, 2008, batting ninth. And he ended up batting 242, and the Yankees had him batting ninth the whole season. Crazy. Robbie Cano with the bases loaded, and that's going to be a 51. That's going to be trouble. That is going to be trouble. The Mets are going to go down by a couple more runs for sure. And that's a single through short. Runners advance 2 bases. It's on first, out at third, and Teixeira, I doubt, is an S. And he is not. It's just average. So Robbie Cano, a 51 is an 8, and that's going to be Jeter scores easily. Swisher comes around to score. Teixeira over to third, and it's an RBI single for Robbie Cano. Ended up going to Seattle for $24 million a year, a total 10-year contract of $240 million. And that was disappointing, tremendously disappointing to me that we lost Cano in New York. First and third, there's action in the Met bullpen, and that's a 61, and that's going to be a ground ball hit to short for the third out. 1, 2, 3, but the Yanks pick up 3 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and after 2.5, they lead it by a score of 3-0. All right, so the Mets are bringing up Danny Murphy leading it off. It's a 41. That's a grounded to short. Jeter up with it. Throws out Murph by a step. Joey Cora. 26. Ground ball to third. A-Rod. 2 away. And it's David Wright. That's a 33. That's going to may go for extra bases, and it will. It's a 15. Just rolled a 15 there. And that's a deep drive to left field, and back goes the left fielder Cabrera to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. 3-1 Mets. 3-1 Mets here with a solo shot, a 2-out solo shot in the bottom of the third for David Wright. David Wright hit 10 home runs in 2009. Next is going to be Gary Sheffield. I'm having a little issue here where the dice is falling, and it's falling over on this. The paper is a little bit higher. So and I keep on getting a cocked eye, but I'm not going to be rolling again and again. 35. That's a 40. That's going to be a ball or a strike. I don't think it makes much of a difference. 13, that's a walk. So Sheffield makes it to first with 2 outs. It's a 3-1 ball game. Yanks are up. Tatis had 8 home runs and 340 at bats. That's a 13, and that's another walk. First and second now. So Wang is losing his control a little bit here with 2 outs. After the 2 quick outs, he gave up a home run and now 2 walks. And now it's Fernando Martinez who doubled, and that's going to be a 43. That's going to be a comebacker to Wang, and Wang throws him out for out number 3. So the Mets pick up 1 run on 1 hit, and it's a 3-1 ball game now. We are going to bring up the milkman, Cabrera. Cabrera is hit into a force out. It's a 65, and that's popped up. And that's the catcher in foul territory, 1 away. Gardner flies out to right field. Right fielder Sheffield right there for out number 2. And now the pitcher, I have his card online, so that's where I'm looking right now. And we're going to roll for him. That's a 16, that's a 28, that's a grounded to short. And that's Alex Cora for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, quickly here in the top of the 4th for Livan Hernandez. And for the Mets in the bottom of the 4th, it's going to be Schneider, Castillo, and Hernandez. Here's Schneider, 21. That's a fly ball lifted to left field. Yankee left fielder Cabrera's there, puts it away. Castillo, 45. It's a base on ball, so Castillo's on with a walk. And Hernandez is going to bunt. It's a 15. That's going to be a 21. I don't even know what that is. 21. 21 with a runner on first is going to be out of first. It's oh wait, what? 21 out at first, runner to second. And the pitcher tags the runner, so it's basically a sack 1, and Castillo goes to second base. So Murphy is 1 for 2, has a chance for an RBI here. Oh, close. It's a grounder. And that's the second base Cano. Smooth Robbie throws him out. And no runs, a walk, and no hits for the Mets. We go to top of the 5th. Top of the 5th. It's Robbie Cano. It's let's see. No, it's not Robbie Cano up. Right now it's Derek Jeter's up. Robbie Cano got put out of order. Let's get him in order. There he goes. Done. Hey man, how you doing? Good to see you. Derek Jeter here. We are in the top of the 5th inning. It's 3-1 Yankees. This is Subway Series 2.0. It's the second one in the 2009 series. Decided I was going to do that. I already had the cards out. I had the teams out, and I'm I'm not doing a lot of preparation here. I'm just kind of putting teams together using the actual lineups. Here's Jeter, and he lines it base hit. So Derek Jeter picks up a single leading off the top of the 5th inning. And it's Livan Hernandez for the Mets. Oh boy, that's a deep drive, deep to left field. And nope, it's to right field because he's batting lefty, and that's to the track. And Sheffield looks up, and it's out of here. Swisher, a 2-run shot. And the Yanks are up 5-1 now. Oh, there we go. What is that? All right. And Teixeira now up, but Swisher got a hold of one and put it over into the right batting lefty against a right-handed pitcher. Put it into the right field seats. The second deck. Nice shot for the guy I call Steve all the time. His name is Nick Swisher. How you doing, Jerry? Good to see you, brother. And Teixeira. Let's look for Teixeira here. There he is. All right, so there's action in the Mets bullpen, and he's given up 5 runs. He's a D anyway, so he can't get any worse. And that's a 33. That's going to be into the gap. That's one hop to the wall. Hustling after it is the center fielder, Martinez, Fernando Martinez. He gets it in quickly, but Teixeira's in standing at second base with a double. And guess what happens? They're pulling Livan Hernandez. And in this game, the Mets used Feliciano Green, and so we're going to bring in those players. I like to kind of bring in the actual players that played. I think that's kind of cool, and we're going to try to do that now. Wait a second. Santana. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go to, let's see here. We're gonna bring in Green, Sean Green, grade C pitcher, and here he is. So he's gonna be in there for the Mets. And the way I do this, Sean Green is a CY. I'm gonna use a colored pencil, and he's gonna be green. So Sean Green is in there. How you doing, Ken? Playing a lot of APA, yes. If you saw my Motherload, I'm going to be playing a whole lot of APA this year. My Motherload package, you can check out the video later. Crazy. And so Sean Green is at least going to go 3 batters here in the top of the 5th. There's a runner at second and Teixeira. There's nobody out. Oh, you saw the Motherload. Okay, crazy, man. And I still have to go through it, and I will make a part 2 to that video, because I kind of went through it fast because I felt like going through every envelope was kind of boring. But and that video still went 28 minutes. How I filled 28 minutes is beyond me. So it must be like super, but it is crazy, because that's the first time. Well, actually, in that video, I tell the story of when I got a bigger box with all the 1950 stuff that some guy sent me, basically for free. It was crazy. And I stored it in my son's closet. My son was small at the time, and that's the only room we had in the apartment where we were living. I put it in his closet, and it was like 2 years later that we were cleaning out his closet and say, hey, what's in here? Oh, all these APA cards. Oh, let's take them out. Let's look at them. And it was like 57, original 57s, 58s, 59s, but they were all upside down. And I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know what teams they belonged to. I didn't know about a lot of stuff, because this was during a little bit after the recession, and I had a tough time during the recession. We were just surviving. So anyway, I haven't finished that story yet. I'm still hanging. It's like a cliffhanger. All right, so Green is replaced Livan Hernandez. And it's to Alex Rodriguez. Here's the pitch to Alex Rodriguez. And that's a 36. That's a base on balls. So first and second, it's a 5-1 Yankee lead. It was 3-1 until Nick Swisher hit a 2-run shot. Just completed a game between the 77 Twins and 77 Angels. Rod Carew, yes. Didn't Rod Carew in 1977 bat like 388? Is that the right season? Do I have the right season? Cano. 53, a 19, runners on first and second, a 19, and right is a 3. First on error, runners advance 2 bases, E5. So David Wright allows Teixeira to score on an E. And going to third is Rodriguez on the E, and it's an E5 for Cano. He's on at first, so that's okay. So Cano can only get 1 base, but everybody else got 2 bases, it seems. First and second, 19. First on error, runners advance 2 bases. Okay, so be it. If APA says it, so be it. The APA gods are in charge. All right, so it's Posada first and third. It's a fly ball right field. The right fielder is Sheffield. He's a 1. First and third, 32 a 1. I used the modified defensive rules as a fly ball. That's the first out. Finally, we have an out in this inning. It's a painful inning, man, especially in a game where it's kind of already. Now it's 6 to 1, and they have first and third with only one out. And Cabrera, he's up. Here's the pitch here's Green's pitch to Cabrera. It's a 56, and that's a 34 with first and third. That's like some sort of pop-up or something like that. 34, it's a fly out to left field. Unless the pitcher's a Y, which he is, it's a strikeout. We got lucky there. Out number 2, Sean Green strikes out Cabrera. There's 2 outs, so that hopefully the Mets can get out of this inning without any more damage being done. Here's Gardner, the speedy Brett Gardner. And that's a 44, a 9. Runners on first and third. A 9 against a C pitcher. That's trouble. That is trouble. First and third. A C pitcher, a 9. It's going to be single over short. 2 outs, runner to third. So RBI single. Into scores Rodriguez. Runner to third is Cano. And it's first and third. RBI for Gardner. 7 to 1 Yanks. And now it's Ching-Ming Wang, the pitcher, is up, and I have his card online. I have to create it. 26. That's a 24. And that's going to be a 6-4 force out for out number 3. But the damage has been done. The Yanks pick up 4 runs, and on 4 hits, and they lead it by a score of 7 to 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. That's too bad. I wanted this game to be a close one. Carew hit 388. Yep, 14 home runs. That was a crazy season. I mean, he was flirting with 400 throughout most of the season. I remember that. And then later, George Brett, I can't remember, was it 81 or 80 that he bats 390? Tremendous, man. And fewer at bats, I think, than Carew, though. I think he was injured for a while. Here's the pitch from Ching-Ming Wang to Alex Cora, excuse me. That's a ground that is short. Jeter up with it, making it look easy. Appa grades Jeter as a 9. What do you think about that? Amazing shortstop. All right, here goes David Wright, a 62, and that's a strikeout. And that's Wang's second strikeout of the game, out number 2. Wow. Yeah. Don't make fun of this. Yeah, it's a really great pitching matchup, 2 Ds. But I'm going to start getting into the merino boards. I'm right about to do that. I was just looking around. I want to get them laminated though, so they're really nice. A nice guy sent them to me, and I'm going to get them laminated. It's like a couple bucks for each. And I'm going to use the merino boards for the pitching because I can't have just 3 or 4 grades or 5 grades like Appa has. It's just not enough grades of pitching, Anyway, Gary Sheffield with 2 outs. 14 is a fly ball to left for out number 3, so 3 up and 3 down. Ching-Ming Wang is coasting. His ERA in reality was, I think, 9.56 or something around there. He had to think about 6 starts for the Yanks in 2009. So he was not a primary pitcher for the Yankees in that season. Hey, bud, how you doing? How you doing? Huh? Good boy. Good boy. All right, okay, all right. I think you're happy. Go see your mom. Go see your mother. Yeah, it's my dog came to say hello. All right, it's going to be Jeter leading it off. Jeter's 2-4-3. Hey, what's the matter, dude? Whoa. All right, okay. All right, hold on a second. Bonnie, go. I'm broadcasting, sweet. Good boy. Call him. All right, there you go. All right, we're back to Jeter. 55, and that's going to be a single. Single for Jeter. That's his third hit of the game. Green is still in there. I mean, we should actually pull Green already because he pitched to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. So we're going to pull Green for Feliciano. Going to grab Feliciano now. And this is Feliciano's card. Yes, never hurts. Yes, thank you, Jerry. Thanks. And maybe you can make some suggestions, man, and I can read them later. So Feliciano, a B pitcher, he's going to come in. I'm starting to see that, that I have to streamline this thing because it's a little clunky. It's old school, it's clunky, it's beautiful, but it's a little bit clunky. You want to minimize having to go to those charts for every little thing. So I'm trying to get kind of memorize most of the key stuff. So green was green, and now blue is going to be Feliciano is going to be blue. '80 Brett hit 390. Yeah, crazy. So this is going to be okay. New pitcher, and it's Feliciano, and. Okay. What do we got going here? We got Swisher. We're on first, nobody out. Nick Swisher, 41. That's a 6.43. Double play. Let's double check Feliciano, see what he is in terms of, he's an XZ. A BXZ. So it's a 6.43 DP here. And 2 outs. So Feliciano comes in and gets the job done. Teixeira's up. That's a 55. That's going to be a fly ball center field for out number 3. Was not good defense, shortstop. What's up with that? That's a good question. A lot of guys hated his defense. I mean, I've seen forums where they've really gone off, They hate him for his defense and so forth. And then Appa comes along and says, oh no, you're a 9. Why didn't they give him a 10, right? It's just like, wow. All right. Okay, so the bottom of the 6th. Let's get it moving here. Tatis, Ching-Ming Wang's still in there. That's an 11. That's going to be second column. Second column juice, and that's going to be a double. So Tatis doubles, leading off the bottom of the 6th. Action in the Yankee bullpen. Fernando Martinez, that's a 45. That's a walk. First and second now. Maybe Schneider, Mets Schneider, may be the last batter for Ching-Ming Wang. It's a 28. Jeter's a 9. Runners on first and second, a 28. That would be a 7. That would be an 8. An 8 and a 9. I think a 10 is the 1 fielding. I think a 9 is still a B fielding. And a 28, is that what I said it was? Yeah. It's going to be a fielder's choice, a 6'4 fielder's choice. So 6'4, out number 1, fielder's choice, and Tatis goes to third. And it's Castillo now. Luis Castillo. Castillo batted 302 in almost 500 at bats, so he's pretty impressive. I never thought that a guy like Luis Castillo would be batting 300, but he did. And that's a 28 again. Now it's first and third. All right, 28, first and third. Yeah, it's going to be again with the infield back. It's just a fielder's choice once again. So 6'4", fielder's choice, but a run scores. And it's going to be an RBI for Castillo. Tatis is going to make it home. And it's going to be, the pitcher now. Wow, that's too bad because we needed him to go another inning. Ha! Darn. Green, Feliciano. Who else do we have here? I got a whole bunch of guys here. Okay, I got a guy named Pat Mish who throws lefty. And we have Rodriguez, Cano, lefty, and then Posada, righty. I got a couple of guys. Tim Redding, he's a righty. And, okay, we're going to have Tim Redding come in. So we're going to have to pinch hit for Feliciano. See if we can get lucky. Something good can happen. I'm going to bring in a guy named Reed. National. Where's the guy named Reed? Got a lot of Mets here. New York Mets. Oh, here he is. Jeremy Reed. He's a left-handed batter. He's going to pinch hit. So Reed is going to come in for Feliciano. So it's screen, Feliciano, and then it's Reed, a pinch hitter. Okay, here goes. Jimmy Wong versus Reed. That's a 23. It's a 12 with a runner on first. 12 with a runner on first. This going to be a 4-6. A 4-6 force out. And that's out number 3. The Mets pick up 1 run on basically a walk and 1 hit. There you go, the double. So we go to, so it's a 7-2 ball game now, 7-2. And we go to the top of the 7th. It's going to be Rodriguez, Cano, and Posada. And we're going to get a new pitcher. And it's Redding, a guy named Redding, C pitcher. And he's going to be pitching for the Mets now. And he's going to be, I guess, red. We'll make him red. There we go. And let's get started. It's going to be Teixeira leading it off. Oh no, it's going to be Rodriguez, excuse me. Rodriguez leading it off. It's a 41, that's a ground ball hit to Alex Cora over to first, 1 out. Robbie Cano is 1 for 3. 23, and that's a ground ball to second. Second baseman is Castillo. Flips it to first. 2 away. Cano not really hustling down that line, and we know that's no surprise. 41, that's a grounder right at the shortstop. Alex Cora throws out Posada by 3 steps. And we go to the bottom of the 7th now. No runs, no hits, 1-2-3 inning. It's going to be the Murph. The Murph leading it off, one of my favorite players. It's a 26, that's a ground ball. Jimmy Wong is still in there for the Yanks. 26 is a ground ball to third, 1 out. This will probably be his last inning. 32, that's a ground ball to second now. And it's going to be David Wright with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 21 to 39, that's a strike. Oh, 13, that's a base on ball. So the Mets have a base runner. Always hope, always hope. Gary Sheffield. 32, ground ball second base, takes it himself. Force out. 4, out number 3. No hits, no runs. 1 man left on base. And we go to the top of the 7th. Sorry, the top of the 8th. Top of the 8th. Pitcher for the Mets is, who do we say? It was Redding, Tim Redding. Redding is a C pitcher. We'll make him a 1. And it's going to be the Milkman. He was Robinson Cano's roommate for a long time when they were teammates in New York. 26, it's a ground ball to first. Back to Redding. Feels his position. 1 away. Gardner, 35. That's a 22. A B22 or a fielding 222. Should be an out. I think it's a 3-1. I got to memorize this again. I haven't played in a while since the summertime. Yep, It's a 3-1. So grounded to first baseman. Flips to Redding covering for out number 2. And now it's Ching-Ming Wang. And we get a pinch hitter. Yanks are gonna, let's see who's gonna pinch hit here for the Yanks. It's gonna be a guy named Baroa, Angel Baroa. The pitch to Baroa, and that's gonna be hitting the ground right at the shortstop, Cora, over to first, out number 3. So no runs and no hits in the top of the 8th. And it's going to be a new pitcher for the Yanks. It looks like it's going to be David Robertson. David Robertson is going to come in and he's going to pitch for the Yankees. And there's his card, AKW. AKW. Let me see. I'm putting him back. I'm putting Cabrera. It was Cabrera and then Gardner. All right, there you go. All right, for the Mets is going to be Tatis, Martinez, and Schneider against. Who did we say? We said Robertson is going to come in. A KWA. So Robertson's going to come in for an inning. No more than that. He's going to be green. Should pitch to, I'd say, 3 batters. Tatis, 25. I'm not sure if that's a K or not. If that's an X or a K with nobody on. Don't know that K very well. It's yeah, it's gonna be 4-3. So Tatis grounds out the second. Next is 36. It's gonna be a pop up to the third baseman, Rodriguez, out number 2. And it's Schneider. 32 grounded to second. Cano, smooth Robbie Cano, throws him out. 3 up, 3 down. That was a quick inning. Wow. All right. And we go to top 9th now for the Mets. It's a 7-2 ball game, I believe. The Mets are going to bring in to pitch. Mets are going to bring in a guy named Takahashi. Swisher into Shara, lefty, switch hitter. I'm going to bring in Takahashi. And he's going to be brown now because I think that's all I got left, all the colors I got left. I got yellow, but the paper's yellow, so that won't work. So he's going to face Jeter, Swisher, and Teixeira. Now Takahashi was a BYW. So he's a BYW. Okay. So Takahashi pitching now for the Mets against Jeter. I got an online team called the Jeter Bugs because a guy really hated Jeter, so I named my team the Jeter Bugs. All right, so here's Jeter. 45 gets him a walk. So Jeter on at first. Nick Swisher has got 2 hits. He's 2 for 4. Hit a 2-run home run. It's a 5-4. That's a 32. That's lifted to right. And Teixeira, 1 out here in top of the 9th. 62. Oh, that's a 41. What is that with a runner on first? I can't remember. I don't have that in my mind. Against an A fielding team. 41. It's going to be a fielder's choice. 6-4 fielder's choice, out number 2. And that's Teixeira's on at first. And next is going to be A-Rod, 62. That's a 22. I believe that's a hit by pitch. With a runner on first, should be a hit by pitch, and it is. So A-Rod is hit. I'm not happy about that. And it's Robbie Cano now with 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. It's a 7-2 ball game. Yanks are up. It's a ground ball to short. Shortstop takes it himself for the force out, and that's out number 3. All right, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Bottom of the ninth, and it's going to be it's a 7-2 ball game, so it's not really a save situation. It's going to be Castillo, a pinch hitter for Takahashi, and then it's going to be the top of the order with Murphy. So we're going to bring in to pitch a guy named Brian Bruni. He's a B, Brian Bruni. You can see him there. So Bruni's going to come in, and he's a BXW, a BXW. And we got Bruni in there now. He's going to be facing Castillo, a pinch hitter, and a pinch hitter who are we going to bring in? New York National. A guy named Argenis Reyes is going to pinch hit when it comes to time. So let's go here with Castillo leading it off. Bottom of the ninth, 7-2 ball game. Yankees are up 36, and that's going to be 33. That's going to be a pop-up, I believe. 33 is a pop-up to second baseman. That's Cano. 1 away. Let's make Bruni blue. All right. And now we're going to have the pinch hitter, Argenis Reyes. .53, that's an 18. That's going to be an E6. So Reyes reaches on an error by Jeter. He's out of the game. And it's Murph now. We run around first, 1 out. 22, that's going to be take us to the second column. And that's a deep drive. Back goes the right fielder to the track, to the wall. He looks up, and Sheffield says goodbye because that ball is gone. Danny Murphy puts one out of here. 2-run home run, 7-4 now for the Murph. So that was fun. One of my favorite players. It's a home run here in the bottom of the ninth. It's Cora now, and Bruni wishes he had that pitch back. 36, and that's going to be a pop-up, and I believe that's a pop-up to the third baseman for out number 2. So 2 away now, 7-4 ball game. Bottom of the ninth. Yankees are up, and it's going to be David Wright batting. Here's the last pitch of the game, potentially. It's a 43. That's a ground ball. No, that's a swing and a miss. Game all over. So that's Bruni's first strikeout of the game. The last out of the game. Mets lose it by a score of 7-4. The loss is going to go to Livan Hernandez. The win is going to go to Ching-Ming Wang, who did a pretty good job. He hung in there until he went 7 innings. Ching-Ming Wang, how did he do? A deep pitcher, just so you get an idea. Gave up 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 5 hits in 7 innings. So Ching-Ming Wang went 7 innings, gave up 5 hits. Gave up a home run solo shot and then a double that scored. So that was 2, gave up 2 runs.